Hey everybody, Randy Reviews It here. So today I wanted to make hopefully a shorter video, but something that I was really excited about, and that is my new favorite optic here. Which you're thinking this is just a normal EPS. If you can see the serial number on that, you can see it's got a 6 in it. This is their 6 MOA Dot. And I gave this a try because I watched a video by someone called Badass Optic on YouTube. They got a bunch of views on their video. But they basically compared like a 3 MOA to a 6 MOA for someone with astigmatism. And he gave a few points about how it's going to look clearer and it's more round and that sort of thing. So I thought, let's give it a go. Let's see if he's right on this. And at first I was like, there's no way, you know, like I've been using the circle dot, which for some reason my eye makes the dot clearer with that rather than just the dot. So I tried the 6 MOA dot and I'm absurdly in love. Like this reticle for me with astigmatism is the winner by far. So with the circle dot, sometimes your eye looks at that ring instead of the dot, or like it clutters up, you know, these tiny windows, things like that. So it's not ideal, but it's definitely more precise for me than just using the 2 MOA or the 3 MOA dot. The 6 MOA dot, I've had a couple discussions, you know, when I was at Iraq Veteran 8888, you know, I talked to Tactical Santi on it. He loved it. That reticle as well, the 6 MOA dot, and a few others. I think Andrew from Gloctopus Reviews agreed with us. Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong on that. But the 6 MOA dot makes so much sense on a pistol. So think about it. An MOA is a minute of angle. So at like 100 yards or minute of accuracy, maybe I got that wrong. Who knows? Sometimes I'm an idiot with that sort of thing. But basically, it's like just over an inch at 100 yards. So if you dumb that down to, you know, 50 yards, if you have let's say a 3 MOA thing, you're looking at an inch and a little over an inch and a half at 50 yards. There's no one that shoots a pistol that I know of with 1.5 groups at 50 yards. Maybe from like, you know, a specific rest, like Alchemy, that's like their accuracy guarantee. That's like one of the most absurdly accurate guns, and that's their guarantee is 1.5 inches. So to think that you as a shooter are so good that you need that level of dot, like detail, it is absurd to me. The 6 MOA dot makes a lot more sense. And the reason I would tell you to try it, if you have astigmatism, especially, there's not too many 6 MOA dots out there, but this EPS one is a little bit cheaper because it doesn't have the MRS and the solar and all that stuff on it than its MRS competitors. So the EPS is already a great dot. That reticle is good. What are the pros of it? So for one, it's quicker. You pull that dot up, you notice it easier, especially in like heavier light situations or with white light or something like that. You pick it up a lot quicker. So it's faster on your target. When you see red, you know, like watch some of Ben Stoger's videos. I was doing some doubles and some training. It's like pulling it up, and as soon as the target where I was looking, I was pulling the gun up but looking at the target, and as soon as it went red, pulling the trigger, it was really, really effective. It was a lot quicker than the 2 MOA or the dot ring or anything like that. Next thing, Badass Optics right. It's the clarity of the dot and the shape of the dot is better on a 6 MOA than it is for me on like a 2 MOA or a 3 MOA. Like I just looked at this now while I was making this video, and the dot in this actually looks smaller to me because it has like less lens flare or whatever you want to call it, blooming. Whatever you want to call it, it has less blooming than the 2 MOA dot on this, and it's just clearer. It just makes more sense. And then lastly, let's talk about like getting back into it. It's reasonably sized. So besides being quicker and clearer, it makes more sense from a pistol standpoint to have that bigger dot, because what you're going to shoot at with a pistol, like I said, no one's shooting 1.5-inch groups at 50 yards. You're just not doing it. So 6 MOA, what is that? A little over 3-inch groups at 50 yards. That's reasonable. I still don't think most people shoot 3-inch groups at 50 yards with a handgun, especially if you're standing or in some type of defensive scenario. Way back in the day, Trijicon had 12.5 MOA dots. I'm not sure which asshole along the way decided let's just make dots smaller, because it makes no sense. The only thing that I could see it applied to is if you have that 45-degree offset on a rifle. But why not just offer 2 options? One built for kind of that rifle style, one built for pistols. Because from handguns, competition, like the Laugo Alien has a 6 MOA dot. People are paying $7 grand for a gun, and they did everything to design this gun all futuristic. You know what they said? 6 MOA is the best dot. So that's what they used in their red dot. The Laugo Alien is 6 MOA. Everyone that has tried 6 MOA, I would argue, loves 6 MOA. If you haven't tried 6 MOA, try it. For me, it's a no-brainer. I'm going to keep trying to buy 6 MOA. I know like Vortex has that Defender. I kind of want to try that to see how good that is. It's 6 MOA, but it's getting harder and harder to find these reticles, because somewhere along the line, some idiot said, let's make the dot miserably small on a defensive pistol sight, which makes no sense to me. So if you're thinking of getting a red dot, you have astigmatism especially, try the 6 MOA. If you don't have astigmatism, you should still be trying the 6 MOA. It's amazing. I'm hoping down the road maybe to just switch out all my optics to the 6 MOA, because I find myself just as accurate with it. Like, I don't have issues maintaining the same accuracy with this bigger dot. I like not having to do the solar and all that other stuff. I know some people are into that backup. I'm not really concerned about that. And this is an enclosed emitter. I really love the EPS in general, so I'll probably try to switch out to all of these if I can, unless I find some other 6 MOA out there that I'm going to be impressed with. I picked up a few of those Siley optics just to try them, so we'll see how those hold up, but they're all pretty much 3 MOAs, so I have a feeling I'm still going to like this a lot more. If you have any comments, questions, leave it. Thanks for watching. Big shout out to Badass Optic. Probably doesn't know who I am or anything like that, but your video was great on the 6 MOA dots. Very happy I came across it. Very happy I bought this sight. And I'm looking to move towards that with all my dots. 6 MOA for life. Out.